Welcome back, motherfuckers.
How did I start it? Yeah, it's been a long few weeks.
It has.
It's been a minute.
Racing Revelations, baby. I'm Sam.
I'm not Sam. I'm Jackson.
I'm not saying I'm Isaac.
And I'm Matthew.
Been a long few weeks.
It has been. Yeah. We are on episode 6.
Episode 6.
Great race, Silverstone,
Fantastic.
British Grand Prix.
Phenomenal race.
Phenomenal race.
Race.
Let's go through real quick before we get to our thoughts. Let's go through the top 5. Lewis obviously wins. It's his 9th win at Silverstone. Breaks the record, most wins at a single circuit. Truly, guys, I'm going to say it. He's better than Michael Schumacher. Okay, we'll move on.
Oh, he is.
I think so. Max coming in with the scummiest second place I've ever seen in my life. Lando on 3rd, which is a huge pain for me and Sam. And then Oscar in 4th, Carlos rounding it out in the top 5. Honestly, I'm going to give Nico a free shout-out. Hey, Dems, what are you doing, dude?
Special guest.
This is my dog. This is Dempsey. So if you hear him, I apologize. Nico, can we give a quick shout-out to Yulk?
Well, and just Haas in general.
Haas
the last 2 races, you got someone coming in at 6th. They had Nico in 6th this week. Last week, Nico was in 6th. And then I believe K-Mag was 12 this week.
12.
K-Mag came in 12 this week.
Has been outperforming the Ferrari.
With a Ferrari engine,
Yep.
mind you.
I'm going to say it. In a Haas.
Yeah. So we text about the race, obviously, yesterday. And Sam's description of Ferrari's performance this week was they brought a tractor to the track.
They did.
A very pretty tractor, though, I will say.
And very expensive.
Expensive and good paint job. But
yeah.
Way too much carbon fiber to put it in Nebraska, but, it is what it is. So, guys, this was the final race of 3 back-to-back weeks. A triple header. All the month of June, just stuff popping off. I feel like we are getting into... It's a true battle. Who said that in the text thread the other night? Was that yesterday? It was like, it's actually like a battle now. Like
3-way battle.
If I will say, though, I'm very surprised that McLaren is still not so far back, but not closer to Ferrari in the constructors.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like
Ferrari
with how
was
well
performing.
they've been doing, and then, like, Ferrari's just kind of been
I think it's
non-competitive.
Well, it's the last few weeks, so, like, it's going to change.
Yeah.
And you'll see those numbers flip. I think we'll see McLaren take that number 2 spot.
It's
Potentially. I mean, Ferrari
Ferrari
Great team.
became
They're Ferrari.
Mercedes. It was weird. Ferrari and Mercedes just switched.
Yeah. And
Makes
Mercedes
no
is
sense.
racing well.
Mercedes is on fire.
I think it's fair to say, being that Lewis won the race.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, dude, they're racing.
They've won the last 2.
And Georgie's been kind of
Except
stunned.
the last one should not have been won by George, but
I mean,
It is what it is.
the car is trending in the right direction,
Yes.
finally, after 2 years of just being absolute shit.
Yeah.
So it's a
I
pleasant
got to ask,
surprise.
do you think Lewis is starting to regret the move?
They asked him that after the race this weekend, too, and I don't...
Yeah, you have to answer for this because you're a huge Lewis fan.
I
already know my answer.
think. I mean, when Lewis said he was going to Ferrari, it pissed me off and made me sad. But I mean, I think it is. At the end of the day, it's one of those things. If you have a chance to race for Ferrari in Formula One, you just kind of do it.
Yeah.
But then again, Mercedes is kind of that way too. So I don't know. I don't think he's. I don't think he's regretting it.
Are you regretting it though?
Am I regretting it from him abandoning us and going to?
Yeah,
Ferrari?
and then he wins.
Us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
work for
the
him?
Mercedes. The
you're on your own
Mercedes loyal.
island there, big guy.
The Mercedes loyal.
Yeah.
I
As a fan, are you saying like, damn, the car's starting to look good and Lewis is just going to leave us?
Yes and no, because I realize too that Lewis probably only has 3-4 years left.
Which I want to preface to everybody listening, go back and listen. We did say this early on in the pod, maybe the first episode.
Was what?
I think
what-
it was
I
first.
posed this question. I said, do we all want to come to a consensus that we're on the downside of Lewis's career?
Oh, 1,000.
As crazy as that is to say.
He's how old? 40,
30, 38,
38.
39?
Yeah.
He's almost
38,
40.
39, almost 40 years
38.
old.
Yeah, 38.
I can't remember a time when watching Lewis win a race was like
Exciting.
just the most exciting thing that could happen to the sport.
I would
When
agree.
for 7-8 years it was just, Lewis
again.
won 3 of the last
It was
4
a whole
weeks.
Max situation.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
7 years ago.
Exactly.
Well, and that's, I mean, like a lot of sports, and then also on the American side with American sports, I feel like everybody tends to have very short, like memories.
Yeah.
So it's like, you get a couple guys, you get the same guy winning a few times, and then one guy wins, and then it's like, dude, the earth just melted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we've had, is this 6 or 7? No, this is 6. I think Lewis is 6. The 6th different race winner this year. Carlos, Leclerc,
Lando.
Max
Russ, Max,
and Lewis.
2
6?
Mercedes.
Did I count that right?
I
2
think so.
Mercedes, 2
Let's see.
Ferraris, Lando, and Max, yeah.
Yeah. So 6. All I'm getting at there is just to say, like, it hasn't felt as dominant, as dominant with Max. And again, short memory, right? Like, we've had a wild June. So, yeah.
I think it's the most exciting. I think that was probably the most exciting race
of the year, and it's going to be hard to top.
And isn't Silverstone usually pretty damn good?
Yeah.
usually, yeah.
Like, it's one of the longest tracks. It's got the most diversity.
It makes it very even.
Yeah.
It's one of the most evening tracks for cars.
And then you bring in the weather. Like,
when you can pass,
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not a Monaco
just well
situation.
said.
You're
Yeah.
stuck behind the
worst
same
race of the
guy.
year.
Or Spain, which
Yeah.
is what I want to get to. The guys weren't here for the last pod, but I want to run through just some super quick thoughts on the races through June, right? So Canada, Austria, Spain, just anything that pops out of your head that you want to just get off your chest about any of those races. Let's start with Canada. Wait, no, we talked about Canada. Let's start with Spain.
Lance Stroll sucks.
That's nothing new.
We
All right.
all know that.
Yeah, I'll co-sign that one.
As in, we all of Formula One fans.
Yeah, literally,
Did
literally.
you just signed a new contract too? He's a freaking bum.
Yeah.
Even if you're a
fucking
Stroll
bum.
fan, you know he sucks.
I just don't understand. Who's a Stroll fan though? I've never met one person in my life that's like,
Here's-
dude,
here's
Stroll is my guy. You just said you
I'm an
hate-
anti-Stroll fan.
Okay, that's fine.
But
Here's-
there's like the Aston Martin
You may
diehards.
get canceled for saying that.
Anti-Stroll fan?
Fran,
Fran.
you know English.
Whatever.
No, they're gonna-
What did he
they're-
say?
What did he say? They're gonna cancel Sam for his hate against Lance Stroll.
Oh, God. Come at me, Twitter.
It's X now.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Damn it! Now Elon's
Canceled
against
again.
us.
God damn it, Sam.
Come at me, Facebook.
Facebook. Bring it, Karen.
Also meta, but we'll move on.
bring it,
Whatever.
bring it, Karen. Yeah, Canada. I mean, or we don't want to talk about Canada. I don't know.
We don't.
I
I
mean-
mean, if you want to talk Canada, we can talk Canada.
I think that I would say the biggest storylines are the past few weeks is that, like we've said, it's opening up.
Yeah.
It seems like there's room for more racing. Red Bull's having some issues. It seems
which-
like in terms of one of the drivers maybe isn't quite performing to the level that he should maybe be at.
What happened to him?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Did he just have a kid that we don't know about or something? Or
Checo.
Yeah, did he have another
And
kid?
it's just like over the
He's
stress.
just like, I don't care.
Too much perspective.
Yeah.
Because, dude, last year, beginning of the year, money.
Well,
Won 2 of the first
but
4.
this is the thing. Beginning of the year, maybe the first 2.5 months, kind of not balls out, but just like is the solid number 2, and then
Yeah.
the last 8 months of the year is just completely useless.
wild.
It's
Well,
just been
I want to
bad.
get to is like not just him, but like Max's performance isn't great.
No.
Like the car performance,
Yeah.
That's true. He's on another level. But
like
Like he's
But-
a good racer, but it hasn't
Yeah.
seemed like it was at the end of last year or the beginning of this
well,
year.
it's a
Where
it's a
he's just on a
two-headed
tear.
it's a two-headed dragon because the car's really trash.
Yeah.
Not trash. The car's not where Red Bull has been, and it's dropped off. Some of it almost feels like confidence related, almost like now there's other teams. Like it's very easy to be the one chasing, but to be the one getting chased,
Yeah,
it's
not
the
easy.
walls are starting to come in.
Yeah.
But the other side of it too is like I'm not saying that Max's confidence has gone down because we all know that F1 gets better when he gets more bitchy,
True.
which
He just starts ramming in.
which he is more
Dude,
bitchy.
looks like fucking
think that
bumper
happened.
cars.
Yeah, that did happen.
But like I don't know, I'm hand up, I'm extremely surprised with the performance of the car. Yeah. And again, what I was getting at was granted he did just get a podium
Yeah.
on a car that wasn't really
But
gonna
he shouldn't.
shouldn't have really been on the podium.
In all honesty, he's probably in the third fastest car right now.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
again goes back to the memory thing, right? It's like, well, he has a terrible car. It's like, well,
His car's not. I mean, it's not terrible. It just hasn't been performing
I would
as
say
well
those,
the past few.
those
That's
top,
what I'm saying.
Those top three cars are within a second of each other. I think.
like half a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's not a huge gap anymore.
Yeah.
But then you look back 3 weeks ago, and Max is still winning qualifying by over half a second.
That's what I'm getting at. Is like the qualifying performance has really kind of
Dwindled.
been shaky.
Think of it. Yeah. And we all
Because
know
your guys
that.
at Merck have been tearing it up in Q3.
Yeah, but we know too that
Wild.
like Sergio and like his struggles, like he always talks about how, and people say that car's built around Max. We damn well know it is.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
It's becoming pretty freaking clear at this point. Or Sergio's just
And I think
like,
Sergio's having,
and he just signed a new contract.
and I think Sergio's having major confidence issues.
yeah.
Like,
which-
dude's looking at this going, all right, well, I'm qualifying behind Logan Sargent in 5 of the last 6 races.
we don't
I'd be
need to
pissed too.
we don't need to shit on Sergio.
Love Sergio to death.
Yeah.
I think everyone in
I
this
th-
room
dude,
likes him, and we'd
I
love to
think-
see him.
I think if you look at him,
excel.
dude is fantastic. I think if you put him in a different car where he doesn't have this kind of pressure, I think he's still performing like normal Sergio,
But
personally.
is it pressure or is it just like the tail end of his career?
Yeah.
Could be that. He might be saying, this is my last contract. I'm
Like,
done.
Yeah, but he's gonna get booted.
He's gonna get kicked.
Still got to pay him.
He's
yeah,
gonna get booted, and they could freaking switch him with D-Rick.
That's true.
Which they've talked about because he has that clause in there that I believe it's 100 points.
And he can't be 5 places behind him.
Yeah, he can't be 100 points less than Max in terms of the championship. And right now, I think he's sitting at like 133 back. If I'm wrong, you can tell me in the comments. I'm not really going to care.
Well, I could check
But
right here.
I think like if I'm him, that's worrying me a little bit. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know if you're him. He's due for a good race, but for his own mental well-being, he needs it because he's just going to be a mess.
He has not been the same since like the middle of last year,
No.
which is weird. Like he's starting at the back of the grid, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't.
So Max is currently at 255.
Sergio's in 6th.
Checo is at
118.
118. So that's more than 100.
Yeah.
I think it was 125 or something.
And how?
Because he's like right on the.
So the question is does Max do the reverse of 21 and help Checo out? You know,
No chance.
continue to.
Max doesn't give a shit.
Max would run Checo off the track if it meant he could win.
Can we talk about something I read last week or a few weeks ago? I told you guys about it, but we've never talked about it on the pod. So,
Which race?
not race related.
Oh, okay.
Not race related, Max related. We talked about it off the pod. This is all very public knowledge. But for people like we
It
didn't
doesn't
know,
have to be public. We're still going to talk about
we're
it.
gonna talk. No. I'm saying.
We
like,
got
I'm
this from
saying,
an
like,
insider source.
I'm saying like people know this.
Jackson's
and, like, we just
boys
thought
in
it was.
Amsterdam.
We just thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting. So, Daniil Kivat, however you're going to say his name, however you want to say it,
The White Russian. That's what we'll call him.
the White Russian, the coffee man. When he was racing for Red Bull, he was, I don't know if they were married or he was in a relationship with Kelly Piquet, who is now Max's,
Sade.
Max's girl.
Shot in.
She's old too.
She's Max's girl.
Is she
He has
though?
Kelly.
She's like 8 years older than
and
him.
Max lives with her and his kid. I just think it's kind of funny. He took his spot, took his girl and his child.
And he's outperformed
She
him in
is
every facet of the sport.
35 years old.
Max is like 27
And
or
Max
something.
just walked in there and goes, "Yep, watch this."
Crazy.
It's just I think
That's
it's
such
kind
a
of
tough
I just
break,
think it's
dude.
kind of funny that like you take the dude's spot and then on top of it
take
you got to
his-
take his girl and his child.
I mean,
Oh,
to be fair, she could have thrown herself on him.
It's just not a good look all around.
No.
But that just is par for the course with Red Bull. It's par for the course with Red Bull. That's all I'm saying. We don't like the horn dog.
Horn dog. Helmet Marco.
Yeah, helmet. It's just I don't know. Let's get back on track.
Yeah, okay.
That was a fun little thing that I got a kick out of.
that's wild.
Imagine being
It's
that
just kind
guy.
of crazy.
I would have.
He lost his girl, his car,
and
his kid in like a year.
I would have lost my cool.
Do you guys have any thoughts on the incident at Austria, or do we want to? I mean, obviously the guys have put a wrap on it, so maybe we could. But I just wanted to hear your guys' takes. You guys were abroad.
I have opinions.
Okay.
Both of them were at fault.
Explain.
Hot take. Never heard this one before.
Okay,
So you just don't want to choose sides? You're
I don't
nervous
care.
or what?
So I saw this a lot. People were complaining like crazy. That's hard racing. I like hard racing. Looked good. They were racing. That's racing.
Part of the
it's
game.
Racing. Racing.
Revelation.
No,
It's a car race. As
yeah. So
Same.
people always go, "Oh, in Formula One, nobody ever races hard," and then when guys race hard, they're like, "Oh, what the hell? They're crashing into
What
each
a
other."
jackass.
That's racing. Anyway, Lando was dive bombing at corners when he shouldn't have been, and then once Lando was getting ready to go past Max, Max hit him with a little and they hit, and then they ruined both their races.
Can we get a replay of that on the editing?
Just saying, he turned right into him. The one time Lando didn't dive bomb and he
been
took
a
the
Cupid
only
shuffle.
actual route that he should have, he gets hit, taken out of the race.
Yeah.
We're back to 2020 Max.
20. Yeah. When he went over the top of Lewis.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Which was
That
sick.
was wild.
Which also was not sick because had it not been for the halos, that would have been very bad.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I will say though, like historically speaking, like obviously Red Bull Ring's sick, but that corner historically tends to be the spot where there's some kerfuffles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Lewis and Albon?
It's always there.
Yeah,
It's a tough ask, but
it is.
I'm in the moment. As everyone knows, Sam and I are very large McLaren fans. I was just wiping the floor on Max while I was watching. I was like, this guy's a complete jackass. I was going to throw myself into the Merc camp with Jackson, just anti-Max,
Jump on the
Anti-Max.
bandwagon.
anti-Red Bull, everything. And then the race ended, and I watched the footage back, and I go, this brother was 6.5 car lengths behind Max and decided to just send it up the inside. So I'm kind of with you. That was my biggest takeaway was like, well, this is why they call it a racing incident. Act like a complete moron.
Just children.
I just kind of wish that they had. I just wish that it had pissed Lando off enough to give him a little hate to each other. It would have made the racing in the future a little more interesting. But they're still like, oh no, we're good friends, and it's like, yeah, cool, but like, freaking hate each other. Come on, like we're competitors here. Like,
Crash
yeah,
more.
like I mean, I'm all for like the like friends and stuff, and like that's awesome. But like, dude, they were pissed after that race. Yeah. So I think there's still going to be a little bit of bad blood there, no matter like.
I think we all kind of get it, like being athletes. Like I've always had friends that I've played sports against.
Yeah.
Like once the game starts, I'm not your friend.
No.
Like in hockey, if I see you with your head down, I'm fucking hitting you.
Yeah, I'm sending you through the glass.
Yeah, and then after the game, I'll be like, "Hey, are you
How's
good?"
your head feel?
Yeah. We'll be fine. But in the moment, you need to be competitive. That's your job.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I get the need for like good guy, bad guy rivals, but like at the same time, like I'm okay with them being like nice guys off the track as long as they're like rivals.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying, like emotions run hot and like
Yeah.
it could spill over. I just don't see how it does. Like it feels like the crop of guys right now is very buddy.
I do feel like one more race incident like this that takes them both out of the race when they're 14 seconds ahead. I think if something like that happens again,
Well,
Somebody's gonna.
then I
boil.
think some tension will start to build.
Which track?
Depending on whose fault it is.
Yeah, which track do we think it could happen at? I have my thoughts, but I want to hear yours first.
Coda. I want it to happen in America.
Coda would be
That'd be
cool.
sick.
Coda would be cool.
I think it's Coda too. I think it's that first corner.
It would make it.
Yeah, it's just going to be qualifying. Whoever comes in. If they come in 1-2, you could see a collision.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Book it.
that'd
Yeah.
be interesting.
The RR boys.
It would either
The
be
RR
there
boys.
or it'd be later on in the season. Like it could be like a Saudi Arabia type situation.
That was my thought, too. Especially if it's close, which probably not going to be. I mean, okay, let's be honest. The individual championship may not be close, but the constructors could be kind of close come the end of the year.
I
Could
think
be
it
if,
will be. I don't think Checo's gonna. I think Checo will eventually get back to like the 7 through 10 range, but
Oh, that's so great. Really phenomenal.
yeah.
well, but here
Bum, bro. That's so good. Real proud of you, Checo.
here's
Why don't
my
we just hand out participation trophies at this point?
It's 2024. Everyone else is fucking getting them.
yeah. If we're giving Lance one,
Yeah, if Lance gets
Yeah,
a trophy
if
for
Lance gets
participating,
one, fuck.
Yuki wins is the fitting section every week. He gets a trophy no matter what.
Lance didn't
But,
get a
like,
participation trophy. He got a participation contract.
that dude
Fuck.
from his father.
Must be nice to have daddy in your corner.
Okay, let's get back to the British Grand Prix. I don't want to jump over this too much because I think it's a big deal. Like Lewis, I don't know how else to quantify it or say something about it, but Lewis winning his 9th at that circuit, his first in like 2 and change years, 2.5 years.
And
I saw that he was the
4th.
I saw that it was the first guy that was like over the 300 race mark or something that won.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Only guy.
I think it was a big deal.
I agree.
I
I don't think it got as much press as it probably should have. I mean, Lewis freaking cried at the end of it. He's never cried at the end of a race before.
I actually will say I think it was pretty much as close to a perfect race as he could have had.
Agreed.
Not just his racing, but the way everything
Played out.
fell.
Everything fell.
Yeah, everything worked perfectly for him.
Yeah.
Like he stopped a lap before Lando did. Don't know why the hell McLaren was like, oh, let's.
They didn't want a
one more
double
lap.
stack.
Well, no,
So
but it
they
wasn't
didn't
the double
double
stack.
stack.
No,
but
it was the
They
next
could have
lap
slowed
when he went
no,
with
but
softs.
They could have slowed though. So that was the whole deal with the pitting. Is if Lando had slowed a little bit, which they didn't have, or Lando, or was it?
Piastri was behind him.
Yeah.
Yes. So they didn't. I don't know why they didn't have him slow down a little bit because it would have been. They were talking about that on the broadcast. It would have been more beneficial for them both to pit back to back, double stack it,
Yeah, I did
and
know
then come out, and they didn't do that.
They screwed Piastri out of
Well, and then they didn't even put
a
him on
great race
mediums.
also. That made no sense.
That was
Yeah.
the bigger strategy issue, in my opinion, was you have the fresh set of mediums and you put Lando on the softs.
Which makes
And
no
Piastri,
sense.
Piastri in those last like 10 laps or 12 laps, he cut off like 9 seconds on the guy top 3. That's
Crazy.
insane. It's just dumb.
I still think Lando had more of the pace. I think it was more Lando's race to lose rather
Oh,
than
absolutely.
Piastri's race to win. And yeah, it should have been a closer battle with Lando and Lewis rather than Max chasing him down. And I don't know.
Well, I mean, arguably, it should have. If Lando goes on to mediums and George doesn't have the water issue with his car,
The retirement.
I argue that it's literally you're gonna have 2 Mercedes and George, or 2 Mercedes and Lando on that podium. So I don't even think Max finishes
Well,
on the podium.
I will say
however,
Go ahead.
I think George was in the same issue of he only had softs and hards.
Throw him on softs. They would have done the same thing.
So
as
I
they
do
did with Lewis.
I do think
Yeah.
Lando, because Lando came in for that pit stop, that last pit stop, and it became like he was like 21 seconds up on Lewis, and then he pit stopped and he had like a 4.5 second pit stop, came out like 2 seconds behind him. Game over at that point. I think once he got behind Lewis, it was over.
I said that. I
They
literally
needed-
said that. As soon as I watched that happen, about
was it.
maybe a lap later, I told Jackson I said ball game.
Well,
And honestly, I think if he comes out ahead of Lewis, and he was on mediums, he wins.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, even if
yeah,
he was on
for
mediums,
sure.
even if
But
he was on mediums and he came out behind him,
exactly,
He probably would
That's-
have stood a good
tires-
chance.
but okay, he would have stood a better chance at maybe he doesn't beat Lewis, but he would have stood a better chance at
Defending from Max.
defending for Max.
Yeah.
I will say Lewis easily could have won that race, even if everything went perfect for Lando. His pace was
Yeah. The Mercedes was phenomenal
well,
this weekend.
and it wasn't just the pace. Like, I know we do this a lot, but can we give him props for just being a damn good driver and managing the
He's
absolute
fantastic. So softs.
bonkers out of his tires? And
He managed the softs perfectly.
yeah,
He's really good. I wonder if he's won a bunch of championships before.
I wonder if he's won like what 6 in a row.
Yeah, he doesn't get participation trophies.
But I think it makes it cool for Lewis that everyone was there, like family wise.
Yeah.
Which I think contributes to the tears afterwards that you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
mom, dad, niece, nephew, like
I didn't see his brother there though.
has family
He may be racing.
I got to say,
there
he couldn't have won.
on a better weekend.
At a better track.
I
It was the perfect track for him to
It
actually
was,
get a win on.
fairy
Yeah.
tale.
Yeah.
It almost is like it was scripted.
Is that the last race he wins at Mercedes?
At Mercedes, I'm gonna say
I'm gonna say no.
Can I get back to you after the summer break?
because I saw that they're bringing 2 more upgrades for the next
Exactly.
2 races.
Dude,
2 of the
they
next
they
3.
could be quick.
or they could
they could be
or they
quick.
could pull a Ferrari.
And just
And back it up.
Go Tractor Supply style.
But
On
there's
They
a
could go
couple.
with an F2
But there's
car
a couple
instead.
tracks the end of the year that could set up really well for them. Like Sao Paulo, Brazil always sets up. What's wrong?
He's moving the mic nozzles. With
Ah,
his
no, he's
nose.
fine. Dexter's our in-house audio producer.
Yeah.
With human eyes, it's
Yeah.
terrifying.
No,
Oh,
like,
boy.
but there's racetracks like Brazil and stuff that could set up really well for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do think, I'll say this. I think Mercedes is going to win 2 more races this year.
Damn.
Minimum.
I'm going 1 minimum.
I think
one
they win
more.
probably 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Oh, not just
Not just Lewis.
Mercedes.
Just Mercedes.
Mercedes as a
in
whole.
general.
So I
Okay,
think
okay,
that
okay.
like
My
between him and Lewis,
Yeah.
or between George and Lewis,
I think George wins 1 more for sure, and I do think Lewis has a good shot at winning 1. And I think it's going to be on.
I thought
think
you were saying Lewis.
I
in
think
general.
it'll be another case of a Lando Max mess up when another Mercedes wins.
Yeah, totally. It kind of
it's
feels
gonna
like
something's gonna happen.
Well, the thing is, I
again.
feel like that's going to be a George win. Is George is going to
Yeah.
capitalize
Like
on
his
the
last
mistake.
one.
Yeah.
Now, do we think
because
that?
whenever he's in the lead, he tends to just dump it in a wall.
Yeah, right in the wall.
Now, I got to ask this one. Do you think Piastri gets a win this year?
No.
I really want him to.
I think he does. I think he has. If he out qualifies Lando, I think they're going to prioritize him for that race. As long as he doesn't just
Which
fall
would
apart.
be huge for him.
He just has to qualify 2nd, 3rd, like he did in Monaco.
But
They prioritized him over Lando.
I will say, if the storyline in Abu Dhabi turns out to be, or one of the storylines, and one of the big storylines is that Oscar Piastri, like, severely, he learned a lot because he underperformed. Like, there was a lot of races where he should have won, and there was a lot, like, if he turns, he kind of feels like he's having these early stages of Lando type thing, where it's like, the guy should be winning a race by now type
Yeah.
thing. Is that really the worst thing in the world? I mean, look where it's gotten Lando.
Yeah.
Like,
Lando
I think
didn't
this
win
was
his first race until how many years in?
You're 6, 7?
well, he
What
won
is he,
in
25
Miami.
now?
He won in
26?
Miami.
25? I don't know. 6 or 7. You're 6 or 7.
So I mean,
That's a long time in Formula 1.
Yeah.
110 races.
Wait,
or
say that
something.
again. Lando.
Lando didn't win his first race until how many years in?
We're in 24,
He came in 2019.
19.
So 5 years. All right.
I'm not saying that it's going to take Piastri that long because why?
Because the car's just that strong.
Exactly.
So it's like you get.
He has
it's
a
like-
strong car.
Yeah, it'd be
The,
like
the
if
car's
someone
way
was
different
just
than
given
the
a Red Bull.
2019 McLaren.
Yeah.
But my point being of, does he need a little scar tissue to help him kind of like right now he's just like, baby face, like just balls to the wall. Like
Kid
there's
that's
no
trying to
scar
prove
tissue.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no scar tissue built up of like, okay, well I dumped it in the gravel on this corner at this track, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he's still learning, and he almost needs to get punched in the face a little bit.
Yeah.
Is my thought. So like maybe him not winning this year sets him up for like 2 or 3 next year.
I think it's going to be the same. We're going to be having the same conversation again with Antonelli next year.
Really?
I've read stuff about Antonelli. I've read that Carlos Sainz opened up talks again with Mercedes.
Dude,
I've
how
read
does
that.
he not?
Don't-
the brother
don't-
doesn't
don't
have a
do that to
freaking
Jackson.
I'm not
spot.
kidding. That's what I've been reading.
I'm all for. Dude, Antonelli's young as hell.
He's 17. I don't think you can
at
throw someone
17? What were y'all doing at 17?
Yeah, not driving 300 kilometers. That's
sleep
for sure.
until like 10
I
a.m.
would have if I could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, at 17.
That's
it's a
tough.
big. I mean, essentially,
You
you're
can't even
saying
talk about what you were doing at 17. Dude, it's. Yeah, I don't know.
I think if you throw Antonelli in, he's gonna have the same experience as, this can sound kind of crazy, as like a Logan Sargent, where just wasn't the right time. I think Antonelli would make it further than Sargent, but I think it'd be the same situation. The first 2 years, everyone would be like, I hate this guy, screw this guy. He's getting 9th, 10th every race, and George Russell's getting 3rd. Like, it's kind of like the same situation with Checo and Verstappen right now.
him being good him being really, really good is essentially saying that he's going to be the next Max.
Yep. The only dude you've ever seen that came in at 17 that was good.
Yeah, he was the youngest race winner ever.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying is like that's the trajectory that he would have to be on
Yeah.
if he's this good. Is like he would have to be a 3-time world champion.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see.
Is that a real plant?
It is
That
a
is
real
a real
plant.
tree.
What kind of
mean?
plant is it, Jackson, for the botanists listening?
It's a corn plant, I think.
Oh, it's corn?
Some grow corn.
That's what it's called, dipshit. The corn plant, I think. I don't know. If someone's
sorry.
a botanist, please tell me what kind of plant I have in the corner of my house.
Or our friends
Also-
at,
also
friends
how
at
do-
Mesquite Valley Grove.
Yeah, also, how do I water it? Because I just want to make sure the thing doesn't die. Thank you. Alright.
Let's get back to it.
Do we want to move into
Jackson's favorite segment?
a little segment action?
It's not just Jackson's favorite. This is one of my favorites.
All right.
Got to sing it.
One of the best segments we have, and then Sam hits him with it's the only segment we have every single week.
It is
So,
the only segment we have.
Is the fit fitting? Let's talk Silverstone.
Cue the music.
Silverstone.
Okay, so we are going to start off with... Actually, we're going to finish with the race winner. We're going to start off with a little Joe Guan Yu. Now,
Dan's race.
this shirt is the Albon collection that I sent you guys earlier in the week with his, like, pets and friends, his, like, My Little Ponies.
Yeah.
The fuck is pets and friends?
No, it's not actually called that,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm just saying it's, he has a lot of animals. I think he's got, like, 5 or 6.
This is Albon.
Yes, but Joe is showing his support for his friend, so he's
It's a
rocking
cool
the
tee.
shirt.
I think if you made the T-shirt like a gray or like a black, money.
Don't,
Why? I
Don't
wonder
get me
why.
started.
Do you like to
Don't-
wear black?
That's all he
Here we
has
go.
on is black.
If you're watching on YouTube, you're about to see us flash through every single fit Sam has had on the pod.
90% of it has been black.
Fuck off.
how much do we think this tee weighs?
Oh,
I don't know.
4
That thing looks
pounds.
heavy,
More than
dude.
Yuki.
That thing weighs
It's a cool
more
tee,
than
though.
the
It is.
jacket
I do like
Lewis
it.
wore with shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a heavy
All right.
tee.
I think fitting.
And it's
I'm
for a
saying-
good cause.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's fitting.
I'm saying fitting.
I'll say fitting.
I'll say fitting too.
I'd rock them on the. If someone wants to get in contact with Alex, get us some decent. I'll wear them.
Yeah, true.
I'd rock
The
it.
helmet was sick.
Helmet was cool.
Helmet was tough.
Yeah. the
Or if
helmet's-
anybody would like to send us any kind of merchandise,
Merch.
Yeah, you want to
We're
be a
open to it.
sponsor for the pod? I don't care what you are. If you're a
I will rep the tee.
you
Yeah.
can send us a Temu T-shirt. We'll wear it.
yeah.
you could send us avocados.
I'll
I
eat
like
it.
avocados.
Avocados, Timo t-shirts, some
Matthews,
dip, some
Matthews.
chew.
Another
I don't
one of
care,
our
whatever
Yeah,
it is.
let
Corn
me know.
Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Corn
Give your
plant.
boy a can.
Yeah. Any botanists want to send us their favorite tree?
yeah.
We'll
All right.
feature it.
All right, next one. Our guy, the tallest man on the grid, attitude-wise, Yuki Tsunoda.
Attitude wise.
Coming
what's
straight
the-
off his $40,000
That's the
fine.
most like streetwear fit.
I love it.
I think it's tough.
I love it.
I don't think I would personally pull it off, but I think it's a tough fit.
If
I love it.
if the YouTube side of this gets more than 100 views, you have to buy the fit and wear it on the next.
Bro,
one.
I can't afford that jacket, I'm sure.
It's only like 45,000.
yen or what? I don't know what that transfers to, man.
$20. I don't know.
I
$20
bet
I'll
you
bet
it's
the
worth
fit.
more than.
I'll get
I
the
don't
fit.
know.
I love the cargos. I like the orange tag on the pocket.
The little detail.
like it.
It's very
I like-
off white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very off-white Virgil
Again,
Abloh.
it would
rest
look
in
cooler
peace.
if it was in black.
This is come in black.
No, what would be sick if it was like a black camo, like the melon hat that you have?
No, that'd be a tight.
Shout
fit.
out melon.
Yeah.
Love melon hats.
I like melons.
So.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if they've noticed.
We're gonna
we all
do.
wear hats.
Actually, I'm gonna do a comparison here. So
Okay.
we just did a Joe and we just did a Yuki. Now you need to tell me: do you like this version of Joe better or
Oh
worse?
my god.
Oh,
He looks like
He looks like he's going to war.
he looks like he's like
no,
in
what
Men in
is-
Black, dude.
No,
Men
what
in
is
Black.
Yeah, it looks like he's in Men in Black.
the movie? Oh shit! Where it's
Star Wars.
All of the above.
yeah, everything. I can't remember it.
Interstellar,
Might be.
No.
Gravity.
Don't do that. Don't
No,
do
I
that.
can't remember. I'll think of it later.
It's
Fuck
an
comment.
odd. Zoom in a little bit on the buttons.
It's giving me Kiss vibes.
Kiss, like mini kiss.
Yeah, it comes around the corner of this.
It's
tongue
giving me
sticking
like
out.
it's giving me like Martian vibes.
The Martian.
Like just Martian.
It just looks like it.
The
so his-
pants are crazy.
So that's a
Those are Louis
trending
pants.
style.
The 17 zippers.
That's a
be honest.
huge pocket.
I'm white. I can't wear those pants. Even if
I don't think
wanted
it
to.
has anything to do with skin tone.
I think,
I'm a
I
fucking
think it
white
has
brother.
anything to do with skin
I
tone.
think it's
Imagine
just,
Isaac wearing those.
Yeah,
pants.
you could wear them.
Isaac would wear them with a nice pair of boots. You know, you got a nice pair
I
of
gotta be honest.
Tacovas.
If I was an F1 dude, I'd show up in.
Whatever.
What do we think of
I'd
the
show up
Sam
in a
is the
Speedo,
Lewis of
dude.
Can
this
we talk?
podcast.
Is he wearing a
so-
Kangol? Is that what the hat is?
What?
Is it a Kangol or is it a backwards hat?
It's just a backwards.
Okay.
And-
I thought it was
yeah.
one of the like Samuel L. Jackson
Oh.
classic hats.
I said
backwards.
define a Kangol.
We're probably not saying it correctly, so.
That's okay.
A
Kangol.
cankle, isn't that?
Okay, so we're
No, we
saying
got
that this
fat
one,
ankles.
I'm saying not fitting.
we're big time out on this one.
I think he looks like he's ready to go to war. It looks like an old time like.
He looks
war
like he's getting ready to wipe someone's memory like Men in Black.
Yeah, maybe back.
You don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, now going back to Yuki, do we like this more or less than the other?
Hey, I
Yuki?
like that.
Brother's just in a royal blue T-shirt.
See,
No, but he's
But
got a
it's
belt
Kindle.
tucked in,
and I'm not the biggest fan of the oversized tee,
like the
tucked
80s
in.
culture
Yeah,
or 90s.
not that I have anything
Tucked
against
in's
in it,
odd.
but I just think tucked in, especially with his previous fits, I'm like,
He looks like
Buddy.
if he had a cowboy hat, he would fit in perfectly like in the Midwest
yeah,
or the South. Either one.
Is he wearing a Fitbit?
No, that's a Whoop.
yeah.
It's a
Shout out
Whoop.
our friends at Whoop. Yeah,
It whoops into some stuff.
the
we'll
number
wear it.
one.
I don't know. I don't think it's fitting. That's just me.
It just doesn't fit his style.
It doesn't fit his style. It seems like he was almost late. You think he was late
Yeah.
for the track that day and was
He
like,
was
oh,
late, so he decided
shit,
to
I
tuck
gotta
in
grab.
his shirt.
Actually, it's Yuki, so he was probably, oh fuck, I gotta grab something.
Well, he got
And
that
pulled out of his
$40,000
closet
fine, and he probably went. I got to scale back on my
on the
outfits
spending
for this week.
in his spending. Yeah.
Sheesh. I just looked up Kenzo Paris. Any guesses on
The price?
the price of a oversized tee from them? Not that
1200.
one.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 450.
Lower.
$350.
Probably like 275.
205.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
The hoodies are going for $489.
I don't know why I just said that's not bad. That's absolutely ridiculous for a T-shirt. I don't know what I'm talking
Unbelievably
about.
ridiculous for a T-shirt.
The ball cap that has the exact same font,
Lettering.
size, lettering, everything. Guesses on the hat. It's just a straight dad hat.
140.
195.
170.
Gee,
I was going 180.
I don't know,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't
I
know.
could get like 40 of these for that.
Think about how many In-N-Out burgers you could get for that much.
I don't know. I'd rather have the Kenzo Paris team.
Think about how many whoops you could get for that.
True.
Send us a whoop.
You could.
They might have bumped their pricing up. But
Oh,
I don't know. Not fitting. That's my
No,
opinion.
I'm not,
I would
not a
agree.
huge fan.
I think I'm
I
the
like
only
the
one who
necklace
likes this
though.
one.
I like the necklace. I'll give him
Yeah,
credit.
I thought the
Chain's
accessories kind of
Yeah,
went.
popping the chain a little bit.
I like it. I respect
Matthew says this is fitting.
Everyone else says not
Not
fitting.
Not fitting. Jackson's boy, Patty
My guy.
Ice.
Let's go Chiefs.
fuck.
Come on. That's
Some
gonna be
ace.
really loud.
Next one. Next
that. He looks
one.
like a mid-2000s dad that's trying to be hip, but
Dude,
in
it's-
all reality,
He looks like the son from the
is-
Goofy movie, Max, with the big old shades.
But in all reality, he's just carried by like Taylor Swift or something.
Ooh,
Oh, brother, what?
Don't drag him down with the Swifties, man. Come on.
we're getting canceled now.
Dude, we're-
We
Swifties
just
are gonna come
we
at
just
us.
bashed the Swifties.
We didn't bash.
No, I
this.
didn't bash them. I
Matthew,
just said
Matthew went to the Taylor Swift concert.
I did. We can have a podcast about that.
Yeah,
Sam
having a
is
podcast
canceled
about
again.
Swifties.
Think about it. Me and Jackson went to some of the biggest like artists ever last year. Jackson saw U2 at Sphere.
Which
Shout
is
out
wild.
Sphere.
Yeah, that was cool.
And shout out you two.
Okay,
And I saw Taylor Swift.
I gotta give her credit.
Not really on
She-
the same
she's
wavelength.
She's a
but-
billionaire, hyper successful. I'll
Yeah.
give her credit.
It
It's
has nothing
insane.
to do with this beautiful fit we got going on.
Sam,
Horrible fit.
Sam says,
This is a great
Swifties,
fit.
please.
I like
I
it.
do not
Don't
want
go
the
out.
smoke.
I'm all for the.
I know.
I'm all for like the old school jacket.
He still has
His
those
glasses are bold.
on. Was that taken
And he
when
rocks
the solar eclipse was out?
Who's got like reflectors? on?
Yeah.
I can't do my boy
As dumb
Patty
as that
like
was, that was good.
Dude, Patty's my guy. I can't ever do him dirty. I'm going fit. in
Can we
there.
just
No.
admit that this screams new money?
Oh, dude.
Hell yeah.
How are you a top NFL athlete with
Top
some of the
Top
Athlete?
NFL athlete. This brother's the GOAT. You're talking about the GOAT right now.
Dude, he's not
Calm
even
down.
a good athlete. He just has a good arm.
Look at stats, bro.
Look
Okay.
at him run.
Look at him.
Look at him run. Look at Tom Brady run.
Yeah,
That's
what
a
I'm
good.
saying.
That was a
Great
good comeback.
football
I'll give him
player.
that one.
Great football player, not a good athlete.
Okay.
Not a good athlete.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
For being
What's today? Today's July 8th. It's a Monday.
Yeah.
Sam, at the end of this month, you're going to run a 40, and we're going to see who's faster, you
Oh.
or Patrick.
I might need some liposuction or something. I'll do it.
no, but I'm just saying, like, for a guy that is like
I'll run a 40.
at the peak of athleticism in his sport, being the guy that has won 3 rings,
But he's not at
Almost
the
what?
athleticism.
Back
Back,
to-
we're going to triple. We're going to
back to
three-peat
back.
this year.
You got rid of
for
his
a guy
arms,
that's
no.
like looked like that to be walking out. Like you would see any other NFL football player wearing a nice button down, even if it's not slacks.
Oh, that is so not true.
That is
Really?
so not true. No, they're all in tees and jeans.
I don't know.
They'd all be showing up in like a Dior T-shirt that costs like
Yeah,
$45.
a little
grand.
Casablanca action.
Yeah, I'm kind of with him on the fact that like the NBA guys are definitely the more
They're more progressive in terms of fit.
Agreed.
progressive.
And that's where I'm saying, like, anybody of his caliber in his sport
Oh, I get what you're
that
saying.
would be
I agree.
spending the money to go to a Formula One race, which is a higher public status, I would say.
You can just say it's not a normal person event.
Yeah,
Not
it's
the
not an
average
us
person.
event.
It's the rich
yet.
event.
We're going to be there. We're going to be there.
We're going to Vegas this year.
We're going to Vegas and
We
we're
have to-
going to Coda next year.
We have to speak it into existence.
Yeah, we'll be at Vegas
But
next year.
I
And
would've
we'll be
just-
there because of you guys.
Yeah.
The RR fans. The RR loyal.
I wish I would have seen something a little
You want a
nicer.
little more. Okay.
I wish he
Personal.
would have. I
Little
wish he
less.
wouldn't have dressed
Little
like
more.
it was 2002.
Less and more, depending on what side of it you're looking
The watch
at.
is kind of fire.
Yeah,
The
watch
watch is tough.
Just wear the hat
Rolling?
like a normal guy.
Jackson, do you know who he's on with watches? Is he a
I don't
I
think
think
he
he's
has a sponsorship.
what?
Tassad,
Everything I've
For
seen, I've
watches.
seen a lot of Rollies,
Rolex,
though.
I don't think he's a Rolex.
No?
I don't think so.
There's
I don't
Richard
know.
Mille.
It may be Richard Mille. I don't know.
Ricard.
All right. I think fitting. Let's move on to the next one.
That's a no for me.
Me too.
I'm gonna have to say no
Oh,
chance.
dude.
Oh, D.
I have this jacket.
If I could pull that off, I would rock
I
that.
have this jacket. Give me a second.
Go.
Go get it.
You gotta put on a white tee underneath. I don't have a white tee.
Is it
What?
for the
You gotta
viewers?
take the shirt off, dude.
For the viewers, is it a
It'll
Ralph?
look white.
I think it's. I don't quote me, but I think this jacket that he's about to pull out is a Ralph.
I think it might be Hugo, just because he was the guy that I think would
The
match
Hugo shirt.
the Hugo T-shirt with the Hugo jacket.
I gotta admit, dude, I think it's fitting.
Personally, I think it's fitting. It's
I
tough.
like that new style, the T-shirt with the jacket.
But yeah,
I mean, is it new? I think it's just business casual.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a
It's-
huge-
I'll say this: it's more accepted now. for,
Yes,
like
agreed.
main events.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan.
Do you
Call your
guys like
mom.
it?
Call
It's
your mom on the
invisible.
air.
Update. I do not have the jacket.
yeah.
It is
Call
not
your mom on
it's
the
not-
air. We'll
We
plug
could
it
have a
in.
live caller.
It's at the other house.
We could have a live caller, dude.
Do you have any photos of yourself?
I'll
in
find something and pop it up. It's a fit. It's a fit.
I like it.
Oh, totally.
It's a- mine
I'm a
doesn't-
huge fan of a white
Mine's not
tee
double-breasted like
with
his, but-
even like a full suit with a white, a solid color tee. Even if you go gray, black, Sam's specialty, or white, I
have to
think
agree.
that's a huge fit.
I think
like
if you
it.
went like with the black or a dark navy blue, it would be perfect.
so
The
almost
navy
black.
blue would be provocative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the white tee. Fitting as always.
Oh,
like
yeah.
D-Rick.
D-Rick.
Yeah, D-Rick Slurp Fest. What's new? But we like the guy. Okay, now we're going to do 3. Oh, wait, one more. I just got to know if you guys are bucket people.
I love bucket hats. I don't like that one.
I think it's.
Is it because you hate British people?
I
or-
don't hate British people. I mean,
No, it's
how do you blow?
Canadians. He
How do
hates
you blow
Canadians.
like a? I don't know how you blow a 13 colony lead. That's none of my business.
You don't know
No,
how you what?
13 colony lead.
Oh, 13 colony league.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not ant colony, like the physical original colony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
got it.
I think for Lando, it's fit.
I agree.
I like it.
It's very like I feel like that's kind of almost out there for him.
Yeah, that pushed his
You don't-
boundaries
you
That's
a little
pushing
bit.
it. For
You don't
him.
see the vest and hoodie a lot.
No.
That's a.
Except
an
me.
interesting move.
Jackson knows I'm a big vest guy in the winter.
Oh, dude.
No, I
vests-
think vests are clean.
tough.
But do you wear vests and hoodies? Yeah. Really?
I've never seen.
I've
it.
never seen it.
Literally,
I can see it.
literally most times I play golf
Is it
in the
comfortable?
winter. Yeah, especially because I hate thick sleeves. Preface when I'm playing golf.
like a jacket.
yeah,
like a
I
heavy
hate.
jacket.
So I'll wear like a lighter hoodie that doesn't have like really thick sleeves that bug the heck out of me,
almost
and
like
then
a
a vest to
windbreaker.
stay warm.
Yeah.
I just don't
respect
get the
that.
full vest. I just don't. I don't.
Oh,
I like vests.
yeah,
I just, it doesn't.
vests are
It
tough.
doesn't. It's never made
And
sense.
see, guess what? The vest is black, so it's perfect.
The bucket hat's cool though. I like
Yeah,
it.
I think it's.
I think
I'd
yeah,
say it's fitting.
I like bucket hats. I'll say-
Okay,
I'll
we're gonna
agree
do a
fitting.
triple header of Sir Lewis. We're gonna start off with something a little bit more muted. What do we think?
Nope.
Roscoe!
Roscoe's fitting.
Roscoe and Dempsey would be homies.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not a fan.
I love this
I'm
one.
not a fan of the Jargos personally.
You can't say that
Dude,
because you
what is
now
that?
have cargo pants.
What is that?
I like cargos, but
yes.
I'm not wearing jean cargos.
Those aren't jean.
They look like jean.
Those look either cord
Okay,
or
no,
just
they're not.
They
thick.
look like Dickies.
I
Yeah,
misspoke.
they just look
pocket-
workwear.
The pocket is like the size of
The dog.
like a football.
It is the size of his dog.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's where he keeps his football.
No, that's how Roscoe.
travels.
Whenever Roscoe gets tired, he's just like, "Come on, man."
I don't think Lewis's legs are strong enough to carry that dog.
It's like a kangaroo pouch for Roscoe.
It fits Lewis. I'm
I
not
totally
a fan.
agree.
I'm not a fan.
I'm big
I'm
time
not-
in on that.
I'm not fitting, but it fits Lewis.
Black jacket, black pants.
I like how he mixed. I like how the shoes and the coat match.
Yeah, agreed.
Very
Okay,
well thought out.
He's wearing like medieval night boots.
This is a fit.
That's tough.
this one's crazy.
This is a fit. I'd wear the jacket.
I just want to say for everyone in the.
What?
I'd wear that
I'd
jacket.
wear that. Dude,
Maybe if
anybody-
it was black.
If anybody knows me, and I feel like Sam has known my style through longer than you guys, I'm a big floral person.
Oh, this is. I have.
I
yeah,
wear a lot.
I know that, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anybody ever see me play golf? Floral.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
bright floral colors.
The beach floral.
Oh, dude, that's me all day.
I'll admit it.
This one's sick.
It's
It's
fitting.
a great
Although
fit.
I
this
do-
may be my favorite fit of the year so far.
True.
Agreed.
And I will say though, the other funny part is I think my grandma has a tea set that look. I'm not even kidding. Like my grandma has a tea set that
Like an
looks
old China set.
extremely similar.
Well,
to
and I
that.
think a big detail that I think Lewis pays a lot of attention to is he has the exact same flower from the jacket on the toe of the boot.
So I think those boots are the same as the last.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
they look the same.
It's the same company at least.
Yeah.
Which I don't know who. I don't know who it is.
The-
I think this is the fit of the year.
Is the bag Dior?
That's Sir Lewis
Do we
Hamilton,
know?
man.
That
I
white,
would assume
know,
so.
yeah.
that white bag Dior.
I would assume so. I think that's the fit of the year.
It's a
Agreed.
crazy fit.
As of right now,
The
definitely.
coat honestly reminds me of how the not bullfighter but the
Matador.
Matador ones.
Yeah.
That's the immediate thing I thought of.
Yeah.
He should have rolled up to Spain
like
in
the
this.
tight collar on the top,
Yeah.
flared bottom.
Yeah.
No, that's a tough fit.
I just want to give out a shout out to Roscoe again, man.
Yeah.
Guy's so cute. Look at that guy, just a
It is
chunk.
Tiffany's blue.
It's just a
harness
chunk,
and
man.
leash.
All right, the last one for Jackson's favorite section, his favorite fit.
Not my favorite fit.
Maybe-
I like
maybe-
the other one a hell of a lot more.
Maybe on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you
if-
imagine,
Or if you're a Target employee.
dude? If I'm walking
sure.
around,
If I'm working at Target and I'm spending money on that outfit, I need to
you probably own Target.
I need to reevaluate my budget.
I mean, okay, for Lewis,
It's not that out there for
it's
Lewis.
not
So-
that out there. I think he needed a little more with it.
Yeah.
Who else on the grid could wear this besides Lewis?
Yuki.
Vettel on his bike.
Kimi Räikkönen.
Gimme.
Oh god.
I don't.
I don't think there's anybody
Logan
that
Sargent.
would. I don't think there's anybody that would wear this fit and have the confidence that Lewis does in the fit.
If it's Logan Sargent, it needs to have the American flag on
Yeah.
it,
So
and then
can-
like a bald eagle. It needs to look like a biker jacket.
Like just a big old patch right on the back. And as he walks by, or anytime you see the clip, it goes, "Ah!" Big old eagle cry.
No, it goes. What the fuck is a kilometer?
Sick.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of like the sleeves that go below the elbow.
Like a long sleeve.
It's not a. That's not what I meant. God,
Like the baseball tee length.
well, you know what?
Like a baseball tee length.
We get what you mean.
It's so-
Yeah.
I don't
Like
understand
3/4
baseball
length sleeves.
T-lengths.
I mean, this isn't.
I wouldn't even call it. It's a short sleeve T-shirt, but it's like
No, it's like a,
a
work
short
wear.
sleeve T-shirt
Yeah, it's
for
like a-
Shaq.
Yeah, it's like oversized, but it's like the sleeves
Yeah,
are
just
long.
cut 12 other buttons off.
Whatever.
I don't know.
I don't like
Yeah,
it. I'm
not
a
my
fan.
favorite.
No.
I think we're all out on this one.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Well,
Another fun section.
another is
That
the
was-
fit.
Was that maybe the best one so far?
Oh.
And next week,
I
It's
think
up there.
I think we're feeling confident with the new audio setup.
and
Yeah,
next
oh
week,
yeah,
Agreed.
The audio. We didn't even talk about it. New mics. I'm sure you guys can.
I
Tell
did talk
different-
about it on the
It
last
doesn't sound
pod,
like
but-
we're in
New
a
soundboard.
It doesn't sound like we're inside of a fish tank recording anymore. So that's a win.
No, we were. In
shout out to
an
our newest
aquarium.
shout out to our newest sponsor, our credit cards.
Our good friends at American Express.
Not actually sponsored.
Swipe it.
Yeah. Well, that includes is the fit fitting.
And next
If-
week for the is the fit fitting, we're gonna rate our fits, our
Deal.
best fits.
I think we should do
We
that.
should actually do that.
Like one round of golf, just somebody snaps a pic or somebody.
I think
Yeah.
we show up to the
Yeah.
pod next week dressed in our best fits we got.
Oh, dude.
I'd be down for that.
Deal.
Jackson's gonna look like Cowboy Rod, gonna pull up in a full Wrangler setup, just double denim.
I'm already wearing my best
Freaking
fit.
Canadian
He's gonna look like fucking
tuxedo.
Jay Leno.
I'm already wearing my best fit, dude.
All right, next week.
Jackson,
next week
shave
you
your
gotta
head
be
for the next spot.
next week you gotta be. It'll never come back. You can't shave my head. So okay, next week we're gonna do is the fit fitting, and then the people of the TikTok world and Instagram are gonna say who had the hardest drip.
I'm already rocking it, so I'm chilling.
All right, bring it.
Let's go.
Bring it next week. And Sam,
it.
I better not see you
Book
in
it.
exercise
You have to be
shorts.
clothed.
I
That's
don't
one
think
rule.
any of us were thinking
That's for our
otherwise.
friend Camden. Camden, if you're listening, I just wanted to preface that.
You have
for
to be clothed, Camden.
Yeah,
Even
All right.
though you're not here.
yeah.
Let's move into one of the bigger news of the week. One of the more exciting things. Formula One movie. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's the man. I like Brad Pitt. A lot of people don't like Brad Pitt. I think he's one of
Great
those
actor.
actors
Oh,
that
yeah.
it's
Great
like
actor.
you love him or you hate him. Some of
Agreed.
his stuff off the red carpet and
the screen.
off the screen, maybe a little questionable at
Stanley.
times. Good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. My dad's actually met him and drank beers with him. I'm not bullshitting you at all.
This is a true story.
This is a true story.
Did he know what was in the box?
What was in the box?
What's in the box? If any of you have ever seen the movie Seven, you
Oh yes,
understand
yes,
that
yes,
reference.
yes. But that has nothing to do with them drinking beers on a
No,
patio.
but that's what it was. It was a joke.
Great movie though. Shout out Morgan Freeman. But yes, good dude.
Who's most excited out of the four of us for this movie?
I think it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna.
It's gonna be great.
I think
so
it's gonna appeal more to a casual fan like us than it is
Agreed.
to like a die-hard Formula One
Yeah,
fan.
Totally.
I totally agree.
And like that's why you're listening to this podcast. Like we're not going into the weeds on tire degradation. We're not going into the
Yeah,
weeds on the aerodynamics of the wing that got raised a quarter of a millimeter this week. That's not what we're about.
We talk about the cool colors of the car.
We talk about the colors of the car. We talk shit about Yuki's fits. and how nice
shit
they
about
are.
What rich people wear. Oh, must be real hard.
Yeah, I'm sitting up here on my high horse on my IKEA couch. But I mean, that's why you're listening to this podcast, to hear us shoot the shit. And I think that's what this movie's for.
Agreed.
It's for the common fan of F1, which is what we.
It's targeting.
cater to.
I think it's targeting Americans.
Honestly, I think they saw our pod and they took what we were catering towards and they said, "Let's make a movie about it."
For sure.
That was
Let's,
it.
yeah. Let's go with
That was it. The common F1 fan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, and if you guys need some folks at the premiere,
We're there, and
Let
Sam
us
will
know.
wear clothes.
I'll wear clothes.
No. But we'll wear
All black clothes.
If we go to the
Yeah,
premiere,
we'll all
of
wear
that-
all. We'll be men in black.
No, if we go to the premiere, we have to show up in Lewis's fits, like as an homage to the Sir Lewis. That would be crazy.
That's tough.
I call the one where he dresses normally.
There's none of this.
Yeah, I was like,
And
Good luck.
commercials don't count.
Good luck. No, I think that. What did we think of the trailer? Everyone saw it.
I was the only reason.
It wasn't really a trailer though. It was more of a teaser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then when they played, was it ACDC?
We will
Yeah.
rock you. It was
no,
not
the
AC
Queens.
Queen.
Queen.
We will
Queens.
rock you.
I'm all over the place. When they played Queen, I was not expecting
Expecting
that.
It's a slowed down version of Queen. I was reading to people talking. So like, the "We Will Rock You" had been sped up within like new recordings of that song. So this was like the original, more slowed down version, which I appreciated.
Well, why?
Why?
Why use
It
that
fit.
song?
It fit better. The song. The song I kind of did question a little bit. I would have preferred a little like Nirvana, something a little darker.
Yeah.
It just didn't make it. It didn't go like I don't. Because you brought up a good point. It's not a trailer. Because
No.
It's a teaser. They didn't tell you
A lo-
anything about the movie.
a lot of the stuff I saw was like, okay, what the hell's going on?
There's like
it was
no
just like
storyline
you know
to it
cars.
almost. Yeah.
I think it's awesome that they're filming it at each race. I think it's awesome that they're filming it at each race. I think the movie's gonna have a lot of.
Realism.
I think it's gonna and I think it's gonna have super high standards by people, and I think it's got a good chance of living up to those.
Yeah.
So it's the same. I don't know if it's the production company or someone involved with it. I believe it is production company. It's the same people that did Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
So
That was
that's
a
a
good
really
movie.
good sign.
Oh yes,
That's a very good sign.
Yeah.
It's an Apple movie too, and if you've ever seen any of the other Apple movies, they're filmed
It's gonna be in theaters. Right?
phenomenally.
Well,
yes.
and I can tell like geek out moment, but the color grading and like the framing looks very Apple.
very Apple.
It was shot on an iPhone.
That'd be sick.
15 Pro.
From the creators of Ted Lasso,
Comes F1.
F1.
What do we think F1 stands for in the movie?
First.
One.
First one.
It could be F1.
first
like,
one.
First one.
Yeah.
So you think the sequel will be F2?
Yes, and then F.
Yeah, can
F-
you imagine how interesting it'd be seeing the F2 cars on the big screen?
I read that the car in this movie is a modified F2 car.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the people were talking shit I was reading through some of the like YouTube comments and stuff about it, and people are like, they couldn't even put him in a real F1 car. And it's like, dude, what do you want him to do? Fucking go through a wall?
Well, not.
Like-
I mean, most people couldn't even start an F1 car.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't even get it in gear.
No.
Like, you couldn't
click
get
a
out of
button.
neutral.
Yeah.
I could throw that thing in
Dude,
reverse.
you got to think about the budget of the movie.
I could throw
It's
that.
huge
It's
budget.
325 million or something.
Yeah, that's like
Is
2
it
cars,
300?
bro.
Dude, they've been following around. I mean, dude, they've been at every race since the middle of
And
last
filming.
year filming. So like after it was hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw the clip of Brad and his name Damon Idris is the other actor.
I believe that's his
Damon
name.
Idris.
Damon Idris, I believe.
Is it the?
It's not Idris Elba, different.
No. That would be cool.
Idris Elba was a member.
That would be
too.
sick.
He's the man. I believe it's Damon Idris, but it's immediately after the race.
Yeah, it is.
They do press conferences. So there's a video of Sergio and what's his name? Or no, it's not Sergio. It's
I saw one of Lando was talking, and then Brad
Yes.
Pitt was in the background.
Brad Pitt's in the
and
background.
He was in the background too. It was pretty cool.
yeah, they're in the background doing their interview, and it's like
It was
it's cool from the standpoint of like they're trying to make it as realistic as possible. But it's got to be so funny for the drivers of like, oh look, it's the fake driver again.
Yeah. Well, I think it's cool though that they have Lewis in it.
I think
I
all
think
of
they
them
have
are
all
in
of
it.
them.
Oh,
in it.
really?
So like
Yeah.
if you in the trailer when it was going through, there's that
like a
shot
pan.
there's like a pano shot of all the drivers, and you can see Max and Sergio and them all lined up.
Oh, wow.
And then Brad Pitt's on the end. So you know that was like what we saw on TV, but they just cut that side of the camera off, so it just ended with Max.
Yeah.
So like they've been there every step of the way. It'll be interesting to see who has talking parts and things like that, because I don't know how that's all going to work.
Yeah.
Danny Rick's like, geek, 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 geek.
Danny, Rick, and Yuki have like the biggest roles.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Yuki just says "fuck you" repeatedly. That's
Yeah.
it. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Well, I'm just kind of confused on what the storyline, the plot, like, is it just going to be like a
I read-
classic, like
Day in the
we're
life.
down bad
I read that he
and we need to make
is
up
like
some
an old
spots?
racer. He's been there forever, and then this guy's the new guy that's coming up, and he's supposed to like train him, but he doesn't want to or something.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I have high hopes.
My only concern with that is just to say like the plot, like there's not many directions that I could think of that it could go. So
yeah.
it feels relatively predictable, which goes with your casual thing of like,
Yeah.
hey man, we just want to, like, again, if it's gonna be from the same boys as Top Gun Maverick, you know the sound is
It's going to be phenomenal.
ridiculous.
Yep. I think if they can get the sound of those cars right,
Yeah.
do like the V10s, V8s.
I wish they would have used old cars. That would have been crazy.
So sick.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think it's.
I want to go back to Brad Pitt really fast. Is it just me or like him off the screen? It just comes across like very like douchey.
Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that just me?
No, I
No.
would say. I would say, yeah.
I don't know.
Like
Like,
he's also something, dude. I'd have a beer with Brad Pitt. It'd probably be cool.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
But a lot of people don't like him. I mean, he's
wouldn't
had some
have a beer
questionable.
with
I don't know. Maybe
he's
it's
had some
just
questionable behavior in the past. So
Yeah. I wouldn't
understand
have a
it.
beer with Patty Mahomes though. Not a chance.
Fuck you, dude.
I'd rather kick rocks
You're
barefoot.
missing out. Yeah, you go.
no. I definitely hang out with Jackson Mahomes. Go to jail with him.
Jackson Mahomes.
You two end up
probably
in
hang out with me,
jail.
too.
Yeah. Bad
Yeah.
guy.
You'd
No,
end up
it was-
assaulting the bartender.
No, I think it was just like some of the videos that I saw, especially from this week, where I don't know, it just looked very fake. He just looks like AI generated sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I don't know. We know all celebrities are AI generated.
True.
so,
Except Shaq.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
real.
Shit.
He's real.
Talk about the good.
And how do we know he's real? Because of his Papa John's commercials. The Shaq-a-roni.
Shout out Shaq.
Yeah, maybe next week we should order Shaq-a-ronis for the pod.
Oh yes.
Shaq
Well, we're wearing
our
our best
fits.
fits,
Better not
dude.
spill it on our $250 fits, man.
250.
$50.
Sam's
Dude,
wearing
how
the same
rich are
shit
you?
he fucking wore today next week.
Sam's like, wait, we're changing our clothes?
We actually have to dress up next week.
Yeah.
I'll dress
I
up.
I
It's
think
gonna be
it'll-
in a black T-shirt.
He's wearing
But a
black,
nice one.
He's wearing a
That's
black
right.
T-shirt with black slacks.
No. Hold up. He's gonna pull up in a black polo.
Nah, y'all about to see an outrageous fit next week. I'll just say this right now.
All right.
Nothing's gonna match, but it's gonna look clean.
Okay. I'm all for it. So we got.
So we're gonna wrap this up because this has been a long pod.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But we've got a couple weeks off.
Yeah.
End of July, we've got Belgium, and then we've got the big break with Jackson's favorite race, the Dutch Grand Prix, in late August. But I just wanted to get off my chest about Belgium. I'm excited for it. Just wanted to say that. I love that track. Yeah, I don't know, any thoughts with you guys? What do we think about? It's kind of hard to predict what's going to, not predict, but it's just kind of hard. I feel like it's still so fresh with the race yesterday. Like, it's kind of hard to be like, well, let's fire it up in 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we got a little bit of time off here. We kind of.
I think it's just going to come down to upgrades.
Yeah.
Like, whoever brings the. I mean, like we talked about earlier, if Mercedes brings a good upgrade, they're going to be in a great spot. If they don't, could be a different story.
Is it Belgians?
Belgians.
Belgians.
Like Belgian waffle.
I feels dumb.
I feels dumb.
Especially
Eyes
says,
Sam and Eyes feels dumb.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good race.
But we got
I'm
Hungary
looking forward
first.
to it.
So, any thoughts on 3 weeks from now? What do we think? Who do we think is going to bring some good upgrades?
Dude,
Any
you
thoughts?
just said that and made me want some shakaroni.
Thinking about my pizza ad earlier.
Shakaroni. We're all over the place.
Aren't we all hungry?
Not me.
I don't know.
Sorry.
What do we think? I think Max probably wins.
Oh, today's the
Agreed.
8th. I'm glad you caught that.
I think Max probably wins.
For those listening, I am completely oblivious, and so Jackson caught that. Like, yeah, we have a race in 2 weeks,
We
not
have a
3
race
weeks.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We have Hungary. I don't know.
Hungary.
Hungary.
I think Max probably wins. That's just my.
It's a good Max track, but it's also a good Lewis track. Just saying.
Dude, if Lewis can.
Dude, if
I
Lewis
think-
turns around and goes back to back,
That would be crazy.
Max is
Yeah.
gonna shit.
I
his
think
pants.
I think
he's gonna crash into
McLaren.
Lewis.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah, I'll take it.
Throw a
McLaren
tantrum.
might actually surprise some people, and I hope that they don't pull the Ferrari strategy, and I hope they get it together.
You don't think they'll bring a tractor again? You think Ferrari will bring a tractor again?
Yeah, and even if they don't, they'll have some strategy that'll be like, all right, guys, let's pit on lap 60 of 61, just for the fun of it, because we're
going
dumb.
for the fastest lap.
We're going for fastest lap.
But I'm in first. It doesn't matter.
Carlos, we're gonna have you bit books. So done. I don't know.
All right, we'll fire it up in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We've got a
We'll be
pod
back.
coming out next week, a grab bag.
A grab bag of fun.
Yes. I'm trying to think of like any way to hint it without.
You just
telling
want to
people.
watch it. You just want to watch it. We're gonna talk about some shit that you wouldn't think we'd talk about. Talk about Formula One, kind of where we think the sport should go.
I don't even know this.
We talk relegation. We talk
Oh.
about relegation and potentially bringing that to Formula One. We talk about starting our own Formula One
Yeah, taking it to
league.
Brad
We may
Pitt's
talk
team.
about that. Got some good topics for next week. So
And to preface,
stay
this
tuned.
will not be the episode where we do the wear our own fits. That will be in 2 weeks.
So stay tuned.
It takes
be
a
that
while
hard.
for us to ship clothes from Italy,
Yeah,
so
yeah. It'll take some time for us to get our clothes in.
You gotta get a hold of Lewis.
Yeah.
Come join us as we race on Formula One.
Yeah.
yes, we are. I think I've said this for 3 podcasts in a row. We will be doing live streams. I promise.
Yes.
For all 2 people listening, we will be doing the live streams. Everyone got their setups good to
Yeah.
go, so
Yeah.
we will be rocking on the live streams.
It'll be Monday and Tuesday from midnight to 2 a.m.
Perfect.
I will not be there.
Well, you're soft.
Jackson's gonna be 24-hour streaming.
Yeah,
I will
24
be
hours.
sleeping because I have work the next day.
And you'll be soft as always. So I think, kind of concludes. Anything else they want to get off their chest?
We're
Other
back,
than-
baby.
Yes.
Other than we hate Lance Stroll.
That's true. I'm Sam.
And Patrick Mahomes.
I'm not Sam. I'm Jackson. Thanks for listening.
I'm Isaac.
Make sure to let us know if you hated the audio setup because I don't care. I know it sounds better. So
We're
screw
hoping
you
it sounds
guys.
crispy. So,
And tell us who your favorite person is in this group.
way to make us.
We
hate
don't want to
each
hurt
other.
Sam's feelings, so everybody say Sam.
I'm okay with that. I'll take a pity win.
Yeah, he needs an ego confidence boost.
Fuck off.
Alrighty.
We'll
See y'all
all
next
soon.
week.
Later.
It's been a pleasure as always.
Coming from the bottom, now stepping on it next. I've been working, I've been grinding. I need all of my respect. Get it, dollars, yen, euros. Now I'm really cashing checks. Mezzanine is on the deck. Mezzanine is on the deck.